Welcome to the Maximum Edge Sports Wagering Show. My name is John Santucci. Call me Tooch. I got two buddies with me tonight talking Super Bowl, Sean Higgs and Anthony from Pounded Sports. We're going to break down this weekend's Super Bowl action. I'm undecided. I can't make up my mind, but Anthony tells me it is the year of the tiger, the Chinese calendar. So it Bengals, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase for LSU Tigers. It's the year of the Tigers. Bengals team of destiny. Are we taking Bengals +4, Rams -4? That's what we're going to get into. We're going to talk to Sean Higgs about how he likes his chicken wings.
Yes.
Talk some prop betting, have a little fun here and all. Sean, I cannot decide. I mean, I bet against the Bengals 3 times and lost. In their games they've covered, come from behind and covered, won outright. And this time I'm like, God damn it! Don't make a fool out of me 4 times in a row. Right. But on paper, the Rams look like the much better team, as far as talent. And you've got the great Bengals story, the young gunslinger and his receiver mixing it up with the big boys like Mahomes and now Matt Stafford. I can't decide yet. I don't know what I'm going to do. I like having points in my back pocket. How are you feeling, Sean, on the Super Bowl? Any side leans?
Yeah, it is a tough one right out of the bat. I love the over in this, and everyone I see is like undering it, and I got bad numbers. I got a 49. Actually, I think I got a 50 on one spot. Now it's 40.5. I still think we're going to see points in this game. Burrow. You mentioned Burrow and the whole team. You're the Tiger. Why wouldn't it be? I mean, like how these guys who. I didn't see them winning that. I mean, honestly, I had the Browns. I thought it would be the Browns, Ravens, Cincy, and the Steelers. Well, how'd that work out? The Steelers were in the playoffs somehow. Cleveland fell apart, and Cincinnati's in the Super Bowl. I mean, now what is going on here? Bizarre world. But, yeah, Burrow, and I said this, I think, the other time we're talking about the game, the Tennessee game. I'm like, you know what? Give me Tennessee here. I had Cincy the first game. I went back Tennessee thinking, all right, now it's a road game. Granted, the guys won the national championship. Pressure game's fine. He just keeps delivering and delivering. And that's why I kind of like the over because, you know what? The guy is unfaded, or unfazed, I should say. I think they're going to score some points. And on the other side, we have Stafford who sitting – I call him, a bunch of names. Pat Stafford, Stats Padford. The guy was just putting up 5,000 yards in Detroit. Nobody saw him play. And here he is on the stage here. Now he's in the Super Bowl. And they have an offense, McVay, right? Mr. Offensive Genius guy. Somehow it was Goff's fault that they lost 13-3 in the Super Bowl one time. I don't, come on. Listen, these guys are going to score. And prop-wise, I think we're going to see – I like overs out of the running backs. I know nobody's giving the running backs any play. Like Cam Akers, okay, he fumbled in Tampa. He went right back to him on, the next drive. He's going to feed this kid the ball, fumble or not. He's not going to give up on him. I think people are underestimating the run game. I think people are underestimating that, yes, both quarterbacks can throw 2-3 touchdowns. They have 2 great wide receivers. I mean, arguably a rookie of the year and an MVP. We could debate all we want about that kind of stuff. And you have also in the quarterback situation, both guys throw interceptions. And I know I like over 1.5 interceptions here for Burrow. I mean, or excuse me, just his interception is -130 for the game. 1.5 for both quarterbacks. We're not going to see 2. If you were told you were going to get 3 interceptions today, would that shock you on Super Bowl Sunday? It's not going to shock me to see 3 interceptions. 4. And it would more shock me if the game was a 17-10, 24-13 type game, even with the interceptions, because the defense of Cincy. All right, you got Kansas City twice. All right, you nipped them in the second half, but I saw you down double digits all over the place. I saw you losing it. Tennessee, and somehow you got gifted 3 interceptions, 1 on the first play of the game. I mean, I don't think you're getting that from McVay. This is a Super Bowl head coach. It's a Super Bowl team. It's built. They went out and made trades. So I'm liking over. I'm liking the team totals, both 22.5, 26.5 for the Rams, 32.5 Cincy. I like the overs there.
Yeah.
I think it's an offensive game. There was a Floyd. Where's he at? I got it written down. I got to find that machine. Boop, boop, boop. First sack, Leonard Floyd plus 1,100 was on one of the websites.
Former Bear.
Everybody, and again, for me, prop wise, there's a million we could go all different ways. I try to take a little plus money on things. Very, even money, plus money, like this one, plus 1,100. For me, that's worth $50 for me. It's not. I'm not saying I'm betting $1,000 on these props. No, I could easily bet 30 props here, and me or you or anybody, folks, you can't be betting crazy on these. It's they put out. You see these sports books. There's literally. Let me find my camera here. They're this thick of Super Bowl props. An inch thick of props. All right, throw a couple bucks on depending on our bankroll. $5, $3. I mean, there's huge payoffs. I saw a Stafford. I got down on plus 5,000 first TD of the game. Him and T. Higgins. I tried to do one for each team. I do stuff like that. So I got T. Higgins plus 1,000, Stafford plus 5. And my thinking is, everybody's gonna be on Chase. I'll go the opposite way and think T. Higgins maybe breaks something, or it's just an opposite look. It's not where the focus is over here, and we're gonna go over here. And Stafford, I would not be shocked. Cooper Kupp brings them down. They're at the 11, the 6, the 5. And he scrambles in, right? I mean, him even just on an anytime touchdown for him. Again, the years in Detroit wallowing in pity, and then he was a quarterback of the 0-16 team, wasn't he? 0-16? Was he on that squad that was winless? I think he wants to get in that end zone more than anything. I don't know. I mean, maybe he wasn't the 0-16 guy.
I think he was, yeah.
They've had some miserable years.
There was a couple of years.
Yeah, a miserable decade. They've been bad since when did Herman Moore and Barry Sanders get out of town? I mean, they've been. But I love him to score at any time. I think that just for him, just the whole surrounding of his career, I'm like, you know what? That's again, it could be nothing. Could be he could throw 4 touchdown passes or 0. But I think for him scoring is big. Another one I was looking at here, any MVP non-quarterback plus 260. So I literally got 80 other guys to win an MVP. I'll take a shot. It's plus
playing the field.
You know what? I'll again, it's a $50 bet because let's be honest. If whoever wins, the quarterback's probably going to have a big game here. At least that's my thinking because I think it's going to be a shootout. So I'm thinking 4 touchdown passes, 400-yard passer, which, by the way, is a plus 800 yes on a site. A little offshore you can find. Plus 800 on a 400-yard passer.
Wow.
Definitely worth it. I threw $100 on. I'm like,
damn.
I can't pass up 800 because I think it's going to be a wild one. So,
that
and
would be
for
nice.
me, when I do my props, I kind of think how the game's going to go. And truth be told, sometimes it doesn't work out, folks. That's just the way it is. A team might win, props might not go your way. So be careful.
Right. Anthony, I know you're leaning a little bit towards the Bengals plus the points. Both these teams average about 27 points a game. So you'd think total maybe around 50, 54. And, they're giving up around 22 points each, around 44, 45. I'm kind of with Sean on the over, but, the first half of games are usually lower scoring. I kind of like the prop second half plus overtime, more points than first half. That's a good bet, I think. What's your thoughts on the side and total?
The side is very, very tough. I mean, I've been saying this all week. Very, very tough. I keep going back and forth. I'm like, the Bengals have this, the pros, the Bengals, and this is the pros for the Rams. And I don't have any cons for either one, except for I don't see either team. I can't picture either team losing because all I can see is, say I'm on the Rams. Oh, fuck. Of course, the Bengals have to win it. Then like that. Or I'm on the Bengals. Of course, the Rams have to win. I mean, this is probably one of the hardest Super Bowls because it's 4. If you take the Rams as 4, the Rams have to win by at least 6 points. That's like a touchdown. Are the Rams going to win by a touchdown? You have to ask yourself if you're betting the Rams. Are the Rams going to win by a touchdown? That's a lot of points. This Bengals team, they don't go away. They are so scrappy. I'm leaning the Bengals, but it's not anything official. But it's like, I hate how are the Bengals going to score? Okay, Jamar Chase is going to be on Ramsey. T. Higgins is a beast, but then you got the pass rush. Does Burrows, is he going to scramble enough? Does he have enough time to throw to T. Higgins? Does he have enough time to throw it without getting pressured? I mean, it's because this Rams offense, let's be real. I mean, defensively, the Rams have a huge advantage over the Bengals. Huge advantage. That pass, I mean, I'm so hesitant to take the Bengals because of the pass rush. And also, you eliminated one top receiver. Doesn't matter who Ramsey's on. you're probably not going to have more than 2 catches throughout the whole game against Ramsey. So if you're in the red zone, I mean, it's going to be harder. You got a lot less potential to get a touchdown. But Burrows is going to have to pull he's going to have a horseshoe up his ass in this game to win this game. Plain and simple. No joke. The Rams are playing the best football of the entire season. They beat the Bucks. They went into Tampa, destroyed the Bucks. They were in LA last week, 2 weeks ago, and down 10 points going into the fourth quarter. Normally a team that you just all said as she wrote, it's over. But the Rams played elite in that fourth defense. They drove down the field, touchdown. Defensive step, touchdown. What are we going to – this is going to be in the fourth quarter. I don't care who's winning. This game is not going to be over until the whistle blows. That's why I'm leaving the Bengals. Again, my only problem is I don't know how they're going to score because Burrows is not going to have a lot of time to throw. Mixon is not going to be able to run the ball on this defense. So I agree with Sean with the high-scoring game. And the Rams, I think the Rams could cover – they're going to be in the 30s. They can run away with this game easily. But how are the Bengals going to score 20? The team total is 21.5 for the Bengals. Do you feel confident in taking the Bengals over 21.5 points? I don't know. I'm having a really hard time, But I do like the over because I think it's either A, it's going to be a back and forth like Sean says, or B, the Rams are going to 30-some points on the board, and the Bengals are going to be in the teens, high teens, low teens. They're not going to get shut out. They're not going to be in single digits. So it sets up the over perfect. And the Rams are not going to take a foot off the pedal. They're going to run the ball while they're up 2-3 touchdowns. And they're going to keep scoring because that's the Super Bowl. And Sean McVay's not a dumb coach. He's going to keep putting the pedal to the metal. So it can go 2 different ways. The only way the Bengals can win this is if it's a KC-type game where it's really close. They go field goals. I don't think they can go touchdown to touchdown with the Rams. I don't think they have the offensive line to give Burrows the time. So, I mean, that's why I say Burrows is going to have a horseshoe up his ass if he's going to really pull this game off.
So, guys, do you think like the line is designed to want to make you take the Bengals, and the books probably know this is probably a touchdown or more victory for the Rams? I don't know. I mean, it seems like a sucker line a little bit, because the Rams got out to a huge lead versus Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. Man, I don't know. I mean, you could say the Bengals may be slightly better than the Buccaneers just because the Bucs may be a little banged up. Bengals offensive line is also a little banged up too, and like Anthony said, the pass rush of the Rams, that's going to cause problems for Joe Burrow. Sean, is the line designed to suck us into the Bengals story? This young team coming up, everybody wants to root for the Bengals. You're getting 4 points, and like Anthony said, the Rams have to win by 6, by 7, to cover that number.
Yeah. And just to piggyback what Andy said before that, about running it up, not running it up, but scoring more. The Rams, again, blew a big lead in Tampa. KC let Cincy come all the way back, not once, but twice, regular season and in the playoffs. So I don't think they're going to let up at all. So that's why I think more over. And if you're thinking of this line, if you like Cincy, everybody's going to be on Cincy. I say this all the time, playoff time. If you're taking a dog, just take a money line because it's not going to make a difference. Cincy's either going to win this game or it's going to be a rout and it's going to be 10-plus points going away, and it is what it is. Cincinnati, you can get them to win between 1 and 6 points, I think, for plus 375. I'd say go that route if you think Cincy. And if you're laying with the Rams, you want to lay 4 or 3.5. How about I said this? You could be between 19 and 24 points for plus 1,000 on the Rams. Because I think if it's 10, may as well be 20 at that point. 34-14, 37-20, whatever. It could be up in that area. So if you think the Rams are going to win, look at an alternate spread where you're going to bring back bigger plus money in that double-digit range, 10 to 20 something in there. So I like the over there. And again, spread. This is a home game. Granted, it's not great home fields for the Rams, right? We saw that. We see when the Chargers play here, it's whoever they're playing is the home team. But you think at the Super Bowl they'd have some kind of fan base here, right? I mean, they do. the players do have families. There's what? How many guys are on this roster? They do have families, right? You figure these 2 people from everybody's family is going to be there. So at least maybe have half the stadium in their favor here. But the line is 4. Are you telling me if this game's in Cincy's favored by this? Because you're telling me the line would be the exact same in Cincinnati.
Right.
And you know what? If game's in Cincinnati, I'm leaning probably Cincy because it's outside, it's the elements, it's January or February football, whatever. Totally different game outside in weather. I just don't see when you put all the chess pieces on the board here. I don't know. That line, I think, you see it tick down a notch. Everybody's loving Burrow, right? It's the Burrows. Everybody's, look at this guy, the way he's dressed. It's so cool. And I can't.
People want to root for the Bengals.
I'm going to say something bad about the guy. The guy came, playoff game, his team holds on against the Raiders. Goes down the road. All right, they were down, but you know what? They did what they had to do, win. That Kansas City game was over. I was counting my money with Kansas City. I was like, man, I knew it. No way.
I took a nap.
He's going to let these guys come back after the team blew a double-digit lead on the road.
Yeah, you did.
What happened?
Yep.
Here we go.
I woke up. I was like, what?
And now, and people wonder why Eric Bieniemy doesn't have a job. Well, now you know why, folks, because laid an egg in the Super Bowl or not in the Super Bowl. You came back against Rams, but you can't. Oh, you did against Tampa Bay. You had no offensive answers, and twice against a good. So is that what you got against the league competition? I mean, you won a Super Bowl because the Niners collapsed, and we just saw them collapse again here, right, against the Rams. And oh, by the way, the same head coach collapsed in the Super Bowl against Brady there. So I don't see this coach collapsing. I don't know. I think it's for me sidewise. You got to lean Rams there with McVay. I'm an over guy here, but
wasn't Zach Taylor on McVay's staff?
Yeah, but you know what? He's still a young. I just what have I seen out of him in his playoffs? All right, you've gotten Andy Reid, but you know what? Is that more on the offensive coordinator for KC? Not putting your foot on the gas and the defense not. How does the defense come up with anything? You shut a team out for half the game. For a full game, first half of 2 games, you were moving the ball at will, and then nothing. How does that happen? I don't know.
I'm
not a coach. I don't know how it happened.
the money line opened.
So everybody compares Joe. So everybody compares Joe Burrow to Tom Brady, and the writing on the wall is just insane. And winning the Super Bowl will establish the perfect history written. So first playoff win for Brady was the Raiders, and Burrow's Raiders.
The old
Super Bowl was Brady versus Rams.
Yeah. The old fumble.
Burrow was the Rams. First Super Bowl appearance, Brady. Super Bowl 36. Burrow, Super Bowl 56. They both are in their second year. Brady won the Super Bowl in his second year. Can Burrow win in his second year? I mean, literally 20 years apart exactly. I mean, the odds of that is just iconic. And it's the year of the Tiger. If you're into sports numerology, the year of the Tiger, I mean, I don't need to say anymore.
A lot of people, they set the opening line, the money line for the Rams was under minus 200. It's minus 200 now. It opened at, I don't know, minus 190, 195, I think. And a lot of people jumped on that Rams money line at that, juice price, just thinking, free money. Hey, the Rams, like Sean said, the Bengals would be a favorite in Cincinnati against the Rams. I don't know if I agree with that. I think the Rams would still be favored on the road at Cincinnati. But yeah, I'm kind of with you guys. Both of these teams, they could really throw the ball. They have great passing offenses. They're in the top 10 in the league, both teams. And people want to see that air show. Let's talk a little bit about some of the prop bets that are out there. Let's see. Anthony mentioned this one.
I'm sorry, I jumped into him on my spot. I didn't really come back.
McPherson over 1.5 field goals.
I mean,
yeah.
I like both kickers over 1.5 field goals, especially if it's a long, high-scoring game. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, the Bengals are going to score 2 field goals or more. They average is 2.6 field goals a game. I mean, they get in the field goal range, and the dude kick 57 yards. You're indoors in LA. I mean, come on, this guy can kick 60 if he needed to. So 2 field goals for him. Give me McPherson over 1.5. And Gay, what is it, Matt Gay? Matt Gay? That's his first name,
Yep.
Matt? I don't know. I always say
Matt
Rudy
Gay.
Gay like the NBA, but whatever. Gay says last name. That's all that matters. But I like him over 1.5 field goals. But you literally have to go like this and twinge every time he kicks a field goal because you really don't know if he's gonna get it in or not. So anything over 50 or more for him, you're basically hoping. I mean, you're saying your prayers and your vitamins on that one because the guy is not reliable over 50. But over 1.5 field goals, McPherson to me is by far the best prop in the
I think so
entire
too.
Super Bowl. Out of 469 props, that is by far the best prop.
I got
469 props.
Yeah, and Sean, it's estimated that
469 props.
31 million people will bet on the Super Bowl Sunday. Maybe more with New York, like as you mentioned, New York coming online with sports betting. Does that
You realize how much money the books are taking off of it? How much juice they're taking off it? Roughly about 400 to 500 million right out of the gate, just on juice.
Yep.
That's not even winnings. That's just right out of the juice. 400 to 500 million. That's
yep.
insane.
Now we see why every state pushes for some form of sports gambling for entertainment. Some other prop bets I looked at that are like Joe Burrow over 11.5 rush yards. The pass rush in these few games he's found he's had to scramble. So 1 or 2 scrambles, you're hitting over that one. Matt Stafford interception, equals yes. I think Sean mentioned that one. McPherson over
quarterbacks.
Oh yeah,
both quarterbacks.
Burrow's minus 130, so I definitely hit that up with a yes.
Right, Burrow interception.
Whoever's losing
yes.
is going to throw a Hail Mary late in the game. I mean, fourth quarter, someone's going to throw the pick in the fourth quarter for sure.
Yep.
Absolutely. That's why that over 1.5 for the game is. I like it a lot.
Yeah, that's good.
Another one I saw, McPherson over 7.5 points. That would be 2 field goals, 2 extra points, or 3 field goals. Bengals first score equals field goal. Like Zach Taylor not afraid to go to his kicker. That's an okay one. Longest field goal equals Bengals.
That's a very good one.
That's another good one.
Yeah.
Second half and overtime, I mentioned this. More points than first half. I like that prop bet a lot.
Yep.
I think there'll be more. We've seen it pretty much throughout the Bengals playoff games and Rams playoff games. Rams more first downs for game equals yes. I think that's a decent one. Onside kick equals yes. That's like really good odds.
Plus 2,000 was
definitely.
Yep, and
Definitely.
shortest touchdown
definitely.
under 1.5 yards. Shortest touchdown under 1.5 yards, which would be like 1 yard plunge for a running back or quarterback. I also like that. Those are some of the
pass interference in the end zone from 19 yards out. Then the ball's on the 1. There you go.
Yep, Stafford sneak.
Boom.
Yep, mixing up the gut.
And they're going 4 down on the 1 yard line. They're going 4 downs on 1 yard line.
Yeah. Yep. They're going 4 downs.
Another one I saw first. What will happen first? A sack or a touchdown? I'm going to say sack.
I like sack too. I would say sack.
Right? I mean, like, who would you could? I could see a sack happening on a drive before time, right? I mean,
yeah, absolutely. Especially with the
especially if the Bengals get the ball first.
Right, he could go down. 3-9 guy takes a sack. 3rd and 4, he gets sacked. There we go. Right off the bat, you get a sack on the first.
Yep.
And that's either team.
I need to write that down.
A random sack on the first drive.
What was it again? Sack?
Yeah. What happens first, sack or touchdown?
Okay, what happens first? Sack first, over touchdown. Got it. I need to write this down.
So to piggyback off of
my wife and I
said earlier, I think the best anytime touchdown for the Bengals is T. Higgins. I don't see how he doesn't get in the end zone because Jamar Chase is going to be covered by Ramsey. And if anyone's seen Ramsey, he's like almost double the size of Jamar Chase. The only thing is I think Jamar Chase is a little bit faster. So that'll be an interesting match.
Chase isn't small, though. I mean, Chase isn't small, though. He's like 6'1", almost
Ramsey's
200 pounds.
Dude. Ramsey's a big dude. But he's just more skinny. Ramsey's a big dude.
Yeah, he's like
more of a mature body compared to Chase.
200.
Chase is still like a college student body.
Right. All right, so now we're gonna. I myself, I was at Costco last night and got 3 slabs of ribs because they come in 3 packs. So I've got the smoker, I've got my cherry wood chips out there ready to go. Sean Higgs is a chicken wing fan.
Yes.
Is the chicken wing shortage hit Texas?
Yeah, they had the limits here. It's like only two packages of chicken. You know, you got to spend $10 to get. You can't just go in there and buy a pack of chicken. You got to spend like $25 to buy the chicken too. It's like the rest of the world. But I'm ready. I'm stocked up on chicken. Anytime I go, I buy my wings. I like wings. My son likes wings.
Yeah, me too.
I did have a little deep fryer. It was a pain in the butt. Now we just bake. It's easier.
Yep.
And I sauce them up a little bit. Throw them a little. I use a crystal. I wet them up a little bit. Then a little bit of flour. Then I'll season them. I like a dry rub on them a little bit.
Yep. Me too.
Put some little mix on it. Otherwise, hot them up. I mean, I got a little secret recipe I've known from a restaurant friend back in the day. I'm not gonna give those secrets out here, but little Frank's Red Hot, you can mix it up. But I like to bake it for about like 45 minutes, nice, crispy. I like them,
You got to bake them hot, high heat.
Yeah, high heat. Just I bake them nice. I like them crisp coming out. Blue cheese only.
Yep.
No celery. I'm not a bunny. I'm just strictly meat and blue cheese. Sometimes just blue cheese. It doesn't make a difference. But yeah, dry rub it up. I like it nice. Maybe sometimes even a little just Old Bay style. Believe it or not, I can do a little Old Bay.
Yep,
I don't know. I'm getting old. Like I can't really do like the hot stuff anymore.
Old
My son
Bay is
like mixes it up. It's hot. He's flipping them. The sauce is all over the cabinets. I'm like, it's messy. It gets under my nails. I'm here for days trying to clean my cuticles. I got to get the little buffer out, or I can't. I'm getting too neat for that. I'm not being all sloppy. It's all over your face. You get some bloody mix between the hot sauce and the blue cheese on you.
Anthony,
what's on better when it's all over your face.
What's on your menu for Sunday? You got some food planned for Sunday's game?
So I'm actually gonna be smarter than dumber. So Valentine's Day is on Monday, right? Screw that. It's like suicide if you go on dinner on Valentine's Day. I'm taking my girlfriend out at 4:00 right before the Super Bowl to dinner for Valentine's Day. Perfect amount of time. By the time you come home, you cut through all the bullshit on TV. You don't have to rewatch the same person say about the same thing. Fuck all that. I don't have time for that. I got home, perfect time to watch the game. Right with national anthem, I'll have my bet in, and if it's over or under.
And the best about that is that you get a little doggy bag to go. Get it to go too. Like go out. I know where you're going, but you can always get like a little steak to go, maybe a burger or something later. Cold, you're eating it cold around halftime and busting out a little snack afterwards. Get a little appetizer.
Oh yeah, I already know. I'm going for some chicken parm. I'm getting myself some chicken parm on Sunday. Perfect setup for the Super Bowl.
Double up that order and just make sure you have a nice like roll at home for it. That way you have a nice chicken parm sandwich at halftime.
That's it.
Pro tip.
Pro tip.
All right, well, what do you say we give away a free play? Anthony, here we go. We'll give away one free play.
Chicken parm.
A little college basketball action. We got Youngstown -1 at home. Yep. I'm leaning Youngstown, so I like this play too. I'll probably watch this game right after we get out of here and see how it goes.
I bet this last night.
Yeah, they will. If they lose this game, they are officially on the do not bet list.
Yeah, I like the Penguins. I do. I mean, Detroit.
They've been playing better.
I don't know. Hopefully it gets through. I mean, I bet them last night at 1. It's 1.5. I don't mind. It is what it is, but I want some penguin. Maybe a little penguin meat on the grill. Can we put some penguins on a smoker? How would that taste?
If it was the year of the penguin, we'd be a little more sure of.
The year of the penguin. Oh my goodness! You watch a movie. What was that movie? What was that? What was that? Flight of the Penguins? Was that a team?
March of the Penguins. Morgan Freeman voicing.
Weren't you talking about deep fried penguin earlier on your show?
Yes.
Penguin meat. Boy, all your viewers are like, yeah, no, Sean, I'm good. I don't want no penguin. I was like, boy, everyone's so serious.
But people like always talk about like cooking food, right? You hear about exotic food, people eating like giraffe or bison, whatever the case may be. No, I've never heard anybody mention like penguin. Like people have like, whale meat or whale blubber and shark and all types of fish.
Gator tail.
Right, gator tail, all types. Yep. No one's ever mentioned penguins. I see those cats. You turn on Nat Geo, man, they're all over the place. You can scoop them right up with like a crane, bulldoze them right into a pool, right into a vat, and put them in a dumpster, roll them right into the wherever they go to pluck them like they're chickens or something. I don't know.
Here's a good question: would you take the breast or would you take the wing?
Gotta be the breast. Those wings. That's probably all cartilage in those wings. There's gonna be no meat in that wing.
Flipper.
That's like a little
probably a big ass breast.
Yeah, that'd be like a giant. It'd be like one of those, like the chicken ones that are so thick you got to cut it in half to make sure it bakes good for you.
It's like a Sam's Club chicken breast. They're on steroids. They're like, this is a normal chicken breast. Yeah, and you got the Sam's Club chicken breast. Like, but that's not normal, man. That's not a chicken. That's a.
Those rotisserie chickens are like my heads on like little babies. They're like huge.
They're like huge. They remind me of 20-pound turkeys. I'm like, dude, didn't we just have that for Thanksgiving? That's a chicken.
Yes, they're so good.
This thing?
For $5, you can't go wrong. How about this? It's about chicken, like because I love chicken thighs.
That's the best. The best meat is a chicken thigh.
I want a food truck with chicken thighs. I call it the thigh high. So it'll be like chicken, some kind of nice little mixy coleslaw, whatever on a sweet roll or whatever. So anyway, I like thigh high, whatever. So chicken thighs. But how about penguin thighs? How do you think they would taste?
Do they have thighs?
I don't know. They have legs. They have to have some kind of bone.
That's probably a pass to me. I'll pass on the chicken thigh.
Penguin thighs on the menu, Super Bowl Sunday. I'm never talking about that though. Like, hey, who wants penguin thighs? Let's go. Grill them up.
You want them dry rub or do you want them extra wet?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. They got to be hot since they're so cold and they're frozen from the tundra. I'm sure you lost 95% of your viewers when we start talking about penguin meat. You're gonna have some people.
Oh yeah.
There'll be people right about animal cruelty. You can't eat penguins.
I was hungry before.
They saw the free play. They bought that. I got my free play done. I'm good. Yeah, they're gone.
All right. Well, I want to thank our guest, Sean Higgs and Anthony. Well, Anthony and I will be back. I think we're back tomorrow.
Whoever's left. Yeah.
Yep. Tomorrow we're talking some college basketball tomorrow, I think. And Sean will be on tomorrow, right, with midday money.
Yeah, college basketball people will be.
Yep.
I can't. And there's just so many games. You guys know. You do the games. It's ridiculous. And then
crazy.
The good thing is that you could probably cross off about half of them when you see the lines right off the bat. You're like, I'm not even interested.
Anthony reminds me of that every time where I'm like trying
Here's a quick sports betting tip for those of you who aren't offended by the penguin meat. Sometimes just concentrate on a couple games on a Saturday when there's 150 of them.
Yeah.
All right. You're not. Don't reinvent the wheel here. You're not. Einstein.
You know what Tooch likes?
Crunch these things.
Tooch goes, hey, I like this Long Beach State -5.5. I know they play at 10:30 tonight. I kind of like, and I like Chattanooga -17.5. It's like, why do you like these most oddball teams? Give me something I can work with.
See, I like the mocks though. See, I can get behind the mocks because Chattanooga, I thought it's a team that can win their conference. Like when I go to those smaller schools, I have like who I think is going to win, and then I'll kind of look to bet them during the year, so I don't have to worry about the whole conference. I know one or kind of two good teams, and then you kind of branch out to see what's going on underneath. Because you can't. I mean, maybe people do.
I love the small schools.
It's a whole lot of. There's a whole lot of teams. You can't just get into everyone, folks. You can't do it. People tell you they will. I'm going to say they're lying or they're geniuses, and maybe they're just wasting their talent trying to bet. Big Sky basketball. If they know every school in the world, but it's tough.
That's right. You can look at a game and say, you can look at a game and say, "Oh, this isn't worth my time." Right off the bat, like. I had the trouble with that before. I'm like, maybe I could find an edge.
How many people are going to want
Anthony's like, forget about it.
Texas Baylor right on top. It's Texas Baylor. Who do you like? Really? I flip a coin.
Pass. Yep. That's when I say I never take. We never take the big matchups. That's Baylor, Kansas, Kansas Duke, we never touch those games.
No.
We
People
touch the
love it,
game
you know.
next to it.
No, I
Ball
can't.
State
Those games
under.
I'll tell
rarely I try to get involved in big games like that because the line
did the other night,
is so perfect. The line is exactly where it is to get you going. To people who like the Longhorns, people who like the Bears, it'll lure you to either side of it.
Arizona got down like 14 to 1 the other day in their game against Arizona State, and I live bet Arizona. That was the whole time I played on one of those big games. But
that's a nice play there because Arizona's a top 2, 3, 4 team. They're one of the best. Say top 5. There's probably 5 teams you can win it all this year.
Yep.
Yeah, why not get them when they're down and you're getting big plus money?
Yeah. All right. Thanks again, Sean. We'll let you get out of here. We kept you like way over time.
I'm sorry. That's me.
No.
We're just rambling on at this point. We can do this off air.
Yeah. All right. Thanks again. And Anthony, we'll talk to you later too. Thanks again for coming on, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Good guys.
And I'm the team captain. He's the preview, and I'm the main attraction. Unstoppable, unconquerable, on top of the world, accomplishing the impossible. Unstoppable, unconquerable, on top of the world, accomplishing the impossible. Invincible hustle, mighty desire to conspire, to transpire.